My name is. Hi. My name is. My name is. My name is. Hi. My name is. My name is. My name is.
John Harden.
Hi. My name is. My name is. My name is.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 happy hour. I'm your buddy, Johnny Radio. It is a thirsty Thursday. It's always thirsty. If you get thirsty, though, don't forget Tito's. The best part of waking up. Well, definitely would be not having Zach Edey after that NBA draft, to be honest with you. You can already tell where I stand. We're going to break down a little something that we saw last night in the draft. We have a whole lot to get to. I'm very excited because Isaac Simpson, who is a tweet master, who's always out there putting it out there, he's going to be putting on you today from 11:30 to 12. We're going to break down the draft, the Grizzlies. We'll talk a little Tigers. We'll just talk a lot of stuff that's going on in the world as well. Also want to hear from you at the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line 901-360-8255. Life is too short for ordinary jewelry. I want your winners. I want your losers from the draft. I want to know what you think about the big man, Zach Edey. Do you believe King Kleiman when he says, this was our guy the whole time? Because I don't believe that. I believe that's just an outright, flat-out lie. Did you not hear all the smoke with Charlotte last night? In fact, didn't they report that it was a done deal that the Grizzlies were moving up to 6? You think they were trying to move up to 6 to get Zach Edey? No, because Donovan Clingan was still on the board. But Kleiman did say he was our guy the whole time. So, please. I don't know why, for some reason, things like that just agitate me. Like, don't pee on me and tell me that it's raining. Like, because that's how I feel right now with this pick. Like, it is straight up a golden shower all over Grizz Nation. Zach Edey was your guy the whole time. And then to have, like, Matt Norlander and a bunch of people come out and talk about his workouts. They worked him so hard. He exceeded all expectation. And then I constantly have heard, since the draft of Zach Edey for the Grizzlies, well, you know he's a 2-time National Player of the Year. I don't know if you know this. Oscar Tshiebwe was a National Player of the Year. What's he doing? How many?
G League.
G League, not G Unit. I'm not saying Zach Edey's not going to have a place. I'm not sitting here going, well, John, I'm not dumb. Well, maybe you can think, maybe I am, who knows? But I just don't feel like all the people who are saying right now, they had one gaping hole, and that was its center. And look, they filled the position. There's nothing else. Like, they got all their steel pieces. I know they had the 9th pick in the draft. I don't know if you know this. That's kind of how things worked out. We've known this for a while. And I don't think there's too many people who are being honest with you that wanted Zach Edey. I don't think there's a lot of people out there, if we're going to sit here and be honest with ourselves, who are like, bro, are you, like, here's what I heard from most people at first when it happened. Get the bleep out of here. You should have seen the look on some of the people's faces when they took Zach Edey. Because in college, he was a giant. Like, Jack was the little guy. Who was the beanstalk? Or, like, when they're a giant at the top of a beanstalk.
There was John, but I don't know his name. I'll have to look that up. Who was the giant on the beanstalk?
Maybe the giant can pimp Jack. You know what I'm saying? And knock him off the beanstalk or whatever. And, yes, Zach Edey was great in college. But, again, how many kids in college go pro and play in the NBA? Reality. Every night, you think night in and night out, he was playing against some centers that are actually as big as him? Did you see how little DJ Burns was next to Zach Edey? Like,
Blunderbore.
Blunderbore?
Uh-huh.
That's actually the name of the giant?
That's actually the name of Zach Edey.
Oh, it is?
I'm kidding. No,
Oh.
that's the name of the giant.
The giant is Blunderbore.
That's what Wikipedia's telling me.
And again, the thing about it is he was good. He was very good against little normal-sized people. There's nothing normal about the people in the NBA. That's why I created Shorty Ball. Because normal-sized men like me and Dacus, we can jam on an 8.5-foot goal. I can palm a woman's basketball. So, like, the dimensions are kind of, 6'2" and under is perfect for Shorty Ball. In the NBA, I mean, you can look at Kevin Durant. You can look at Ben Simmons. You can just look at guys who can. I can't believe I just said Ben Simmons. I really can't believe I just said that. That almost made me vomit. I just was thinking.
Ben Simmons been in the gym, John.
It just came. All I did was thinking of long bodies that can dribble the basketball.
He's been in the gym, John. It's a revenge
He's fixed
season.
his shot.
Oh yeah,
sure. I don't.
Every
believe
year
it.
we play the same game with Ben Simmons.
And Zach Edey, by the way, has been in the gym and he's working hard and he's going to be great.
People are having to stop workouts because of him.
Holy cow, man! I'm sorry. I think his ceiling is Greg Ostertag. Ceiling. And now Greg Ostertag, the Utah Jazz teams, they were pretty dope, but it wasn't because of Greg Ostertag. I think that's like maybe the best thing that could ever, like, that is his ceiling at the max. But damn, his floor is, like, I mean, the beat, do y'all remember him? More likely we look back on this and say, damn. Like we look back at the Desmond Bane pick and say, man, Desmond Bane's insane, man. Look where we got him. Great pick. Do you look at, Ja Morant? Like a Trip. You can, just name basically everybody. Do you think you're more likely to look back and be like, damn, man, they really hit that joint? Or is he more likely to be the beat? Or what about our little guy, Zaire? Could be like that. He was taken just after that. But at 9, and I understand, and I want to know what y'all think. And I'm serious, because, again, tell me I'm crazy, walk me off the ledge. I think this team is going to be good. I think they are still going to have to go out there and get a big man with some experience. They still have money issues with Luke Kennard's situation. But damn it, at number 9, and again, I might be crazy. He fell so far, it wasn't even funny, but did I just get like a little bit of Dalton Connect fever, maybe off the College World Series, maybe hanging around too many Vol fans? Like, there was just, he's a shooter.
No, John, I don't think so, because I don't think I make it any secret that I'm not the biggest Tennessee fan in the world. And he was one of the 3 guys I wanted them to draft. Going
Dude,
into
he could
the
be
night.
Dan Marley.
Yeah.
Do you remember Dan the Man?
Oh, Dan the Man.
Probably not.
No, I don't remember him at all.
Okay.
I was hoping that me repeating his nickname to you would make you think I knew who you were talking about.
Dude did it all. Like, Dalton Connect can hit deep from 3. Dan the Man could too. Dalton Connect is a full-grown man, about 6'6", 230 pounds, believe it or not. He's a lot more athletic than you think. That was Dan the Man. And let me tell you something. He balled. And did you see how excited the Lakers people were when they had Dalton Connect?
The guy that was
them?
mocked at between
number
6
7
and 9, yeah.
The average position I saw him was like 7.
Yeah.
Never past 10.
No, and then he went to 17. It's crazy.
And the Lakers, by the way, do you know what their biggest problem is? So this is why I think they're the biggest winner. I think, actually, I can't believe I'm saying this. Lakers won the effing draft last night. Do you know why, though?
Why is that? I have another team that won the draft, but I will agree that they had a good draft.
What is one of the things that when you watch LA that they have the biggest problem with? Actually, wings and guards who can actually go out there and score.
Right.
You got LeBron and AD. And I guess Austin Reeves was your number 3. He's okay. But Dalton Connect, please. He'll give you scoring from outside. And if you looked at some of the numbers, which I found very shocking, I looked at the Lakers. Did you know that they were actually 10th in the NBA in three-point percentage?
Wow.
But they shot the second fewest threes of any other team in the NBA. And in crunch time, they were also one of the worst shooting three-point teams in the NBA. So they made them early when it didn't matter. Like D'Lo will hit a few. You know how D'Lo is. Mm-hmm. Yo, I'll hit 6 in the first half and then go 0 for 6 in the second.
That's right.
But the Lakers got a great piece. They did great. They won some stuff. Grizzlies, man. And again, I guess I should be positive and hopeful and all these things, and I should have like this thing like, you know what? Maybe he's going to get faster.
Maybe.
Man, please. Maybe he's going to get more athletic. Did you know that I actually heard somebody say, he might be just a smidge taller than Wemby. I don't understand.
He might.
He might be a smidge taller than Wemby. He might be as good as Wemby. Please don't smoke crack before you go on the radio. They don't even look like each other. Like Wemby could fit in his left leg, and he's still blocking people's shots, and he can shoot a three-pointer. And comparing Zach Edey to Steven Adams is just also rude to Steven Adams. When Steven Adams was healthy and his knees weren't bad, Steven Adams did exactly what he was supposed to do. He banged. He grabbed boards. He set screens. Zach Edey's too slow. Aquaman was named after a superhero. There is an Aquaman, right? Like a real one?
There is.
But what was his superhero?
He was. I don't watch superhero movies, but I'm pretty sure he was kind of like Poseidon, where he was like he ruled the sea
trident
like
dude
that.
in the sea.
Yeah.
I know that from The Little Mermaid, I think.
There you go. Not a Greek mythology guy.
Does it count? Have you ever seen the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger and he's Conan the Barbarian and he cuts off the lady's head with the snakes in it? Medusa.
Medusa.
That's like some
Medusa.
Greek mythology, right?
It is. I have not seen that movie.
You've never seen Conan the Barbarian?
I have not.
Damn, son.
I apologize. I'm not a big movie
Now
guy.
you're going to tell me you never saw Rocky.
I've seen Rocky.
Rambo?
I've not seen Rambo.
Oh, that's it.
I apologize.
But no, I'm and again, I know I'm harping on it. Zach Edey, I hope he comes in and I hope he pulls a Marc Gasol. Do you remember how chubby and fat Marc Gasol was when he became a Grizzly? Looked like he had a stoner haircut. Looked like he'd been eating hot fries all damn day. Got sticky fingers. You know what I'm saying? Like Mark, from the day he got here to the day he left, and the difference in the transformation and the work that man put in, unbelievable. But the thing is, with Mark, he came in such a raw piece of clay that there was actually something to mold into. You're telling me Zach Edey in the last 4 years hadn't been working his ass off to be the best player in the world he could be? And yes, he was one of the best college players, but he's also playing against little dudes. Little guys. The NBA, there ain't going to be a bunch of little guys, but you know what? The big guys are fast. Can you see him trying to play with some Anthony Davis? Jokic? Shoot. Can you see him playing with Xavier Tillman, who's got a ring now, son? I will hold out hope that the big man becomes great. I still believe that the Grizzlies are going to make some moves. They have to. I think they're going to be very, very good. I just can't tell you how deflating it was to hear the rumors that they were moving up. And I can't believe I wasn't really all fired up about Donovan Clingan. Like, I was like, that. Hey, you know what? If it's Clingan, I get it. I get it. They're addressing the biggest need. He could be great one day. But when they didn't move up to number 6 and they stayed at 9, I got a. Can you say this on the radio? Do you remember what is it, the Adam Sandler movie Chubbs?
Huh.
All right, kind of use that way, but just don't use it as a person. I was floating for a little connect. And then when I saw that they brought me the Jolly Green Giant from Canada, and again, he's Canadian. You know the bias I have with Canadians. Except for Oilers girl.
He's going to be playing for Team Canada in the Olympics.
I hope, man, that's it. I hope USA beats the brakes off of Zach Edey. Canada. And heck, I don't even like Oilers girl anymore because I got Hawk Tuohy gonna spit on that thing. She's my girl. I wonder how many people have proposed to her. Like, Dacus, is she your speed?
No. I find her quite annoying, actually.
I find her... I just want to go and have a couple Tito's with her, get to know her a little bit.
Well,
Did you listen to the whole interview?
So, no.
Oh, man, there's like a good 4 minutes. Like Hawk Tuohy spit on that thing is just like the meme that goes around, and that's the one that everybody remembers. But she's dropping some serious logic on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's kind of like a 2024 philosopher, I would say.
Oh, interesting. A philosopher.
Mm-hmm. She's been thinking.
Been around the block, too, I'm sure.
I don't know if you know this, but in every other business, experience is like a great thing. And now you cast aspersions on a poor woman because
I
she's
didn't cast
experienced.
aspersions. I just said,
Hey, I don't know if you know this,
What
but
block you're talking about? I'm
in
talking about Broadway.
sports, you got to practice if you want to be good. So I just look at it that she's working harder than most. Now, we're going to talk with Isaac Simpson here in just a minute. And I'm going to get his feeling. Maybe he can walk me off and tell me something good about Zach Edey. He maybe can explain to me some of the situations in the draft. By the way, did you see all the French people getting picked in the first 10 picks?
Mm-hmm.
Was there 4 Frenchmen?
3, I think, drafted
3 in the
top
first
10,
5.
and then another got drafted later.
Damn.
Yeah.
A lot of Frenchmen, man. What's going on, man? We're going to Paris too for the Olympics.
That's right.
What is it? The year of Viva France?
Maybe.
And I think I just did Viva. I don't even know. I think
Yeah, I
that's
don't know
like
what that
Mexican,
was.
Spanish or whatever that language is.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I speak American. I don't speak English. That's what they speak on the other side of the pond. But I will be speaking with Isaac Simpson on the other side. We got to talk about the Grizzlies draft. Again, hit me up and let me know what you think of the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line, 901-360-8255. I want to get your feel. Be honest with me. Tell me the truth. Also want to remind you, because I'm not going to lie to you, right after the number 9 pick, I left where I was at with a few of my friends. I went over to Buster's liquor store, and I bought a big old bottle of Tito's. Now, it was too late for me to be able to go to their butcher shop because they're open 10 to 6 Monday through Saturday, 12 to 6 on Sunday. Stop by Buster's Butcher. Yes, you heard that right. Buster's Liquor right there, University District on Highland and Poplar. Yeah, it's there, but behind it is Buster's Butcher. They cut everything is sliced to order. You want ribeyes, you want tomahawk steaks, you want pork chops, you want some sausages, you want the best bacon in the world, you want some, what are those, like, I can't even say it, it's like a prosciutto? Thanks, bro, thank you, I needed a prosciutto. You want some super dope prosciutto? It's at Buster's Butcher. They got you covered with the quality meats, the cheeses, they got prepared foods, their collard greens are the best. Their corn souffle is out of control. The creamed spinach. Those are the 3 that I have tried. But I got a whole lot more that I can't wait to try. Again, all you got to do is stop in Buster's Butcher. You can learn more online at bustersbutcher.com. So go see why every cut counts at Buster's Butcher. And then don't forget the liquor store and their new liquor store at 5851 Poplar Avenue in Ridgeway Trace Shopping Center. Isaac Simpson on the other side. We're talking Grizzlies. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
If you love sports and Mexican food, you can get the best of both at Los Cabos Mexican Bar and Grill on Summer near Graham. Watch all the big games on all the big TVs on all the walls at Los Cabos. And enjoy premium tequila shots anytime for just $5.50. Celebrate every day with lunch specials from 10 to 3 and happy hour from 3 to 8. Lunch is just $6.75 to $10.99 and margaritas start at $3.99. Experience real Mexican cuisine along with great sports at Los Cabos on Summer near Graham.
Summer's heating up, and so are the savings at Choate's. We've got 3 incredible offers to make your season spectacular. First up, our Grill and Chill with Choate's Summer Special. Upgrade your HVAC system and choose between a free Yeti cooler or a Green Egg grill on select systems. Then power through any outage with Choate's generators. Be one of the first 50 customers to buy a generator and score a massive 75-inch TV or an iPad. Also, don't forget about our tankless water heater offer. Purchase a tankless water heater from Choate's and receive a premium toilet free. Don't wait. These offers are too good to last. Turn to the experts with Choate's and call 347-8086 or visit us online today for your free estimate. Now introducing Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, Plumbing, and Generators. Choate's. Let our family serve your family.
I got him on the line, Jason the main man Marshall, and he's ready to rock and gossip Volkswagen on the pike.
Randy, it's vacation time, so take the road wherever it leads you with 42 miles per gallon on the highway in a brand new 2024 Volkswagen Jetta SE for only $249 a month.
That's an awesome deal at Gossip Volkswagen on the pike. And Jason, my main man Marshall, everybody in Memphis knows when it comes to a great deal, it's all about choices.
Take your pick from 2024 Tiguan S front-wheel drive or a 2024 Taos SE for only $279.28 a month, plus 0% for 60 months on all new 24 Taos. And you know my motto, make me an offer, because nothing reasonable will be refused.
Ask for Jason the main man Marshall at Gossip Volkswagen, 1875 Covington Pike, online, gossipvwmemphis.com.
Where we're charging for it and charging less every day.
For more than half a century, contractors and trade professionals have relied on WeatherGuard for heavy-duty truck and van storage equipment, not just to protect their valuable tools, but to protect their professional reputations. For pros, the WeatherGuard badge makes a statement about what drives them. It says, "Bring it on. Been there. Done that. We've got your back," without saying a word. And the folks at WeatherGuard, they're just as driven as the hardworking pros they serve. See what it means to be driven at weatherguard.com.
This 4th of July, celebrate freedom with your favorite barbecue store, Memphis Barbecue Supply. Whether you're a grilling novice or a seasoned pitmaster, Memphis Barbecue Supply has everything you need to make this Independence Day unforgettable. From a wide selection of premium chip, chunk, mini logs, pellets, and logs of wood, and over 378 different rubs, sauces, injections, and glazes to choose from. Here at Memphis Barbecue Supply, we have everything but the meat. You can stop by anytime. We're open 7 days a week for your convenience. Our knowledgeable, award-winning pitmasters on staff are more than happy to assist you with any questions you have for your next cook. Memphis Barbecue Supply is located at 7041 Stage Road in Memphis. Or you can order online at mbbqsupply.com. Follow us on all the social media platforms for recipes, new products, and barbecue news.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland, where every cut is the right cut. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a thirsty Thursday here in the Mid-South. Hopefully you jump into Buster's Liquor Store and then Buster's Butcher and then get you a good old bottle of Tito's, maybe some wine in the liquor store, and then go get you some chops, some sausages, some ribeyes, porterhouse steaks. Man, you get a thick old, like 1.5 inch porterhouse steak, son. Buster's Butcher and Buster's Liquor Store. Check them out. They're over at the University District right there at Poplar and Highland. And don't forget the new liquor store over there at Ridgeway Trace Shopping Center. We're talking with Isaac Simpson about the draft. Now, a lot of people can say I am pessimistic Pete today. I did not like the Zach Edey pick. At number 9, you draft a backup center at best. In a league, by the way, that we have so many point centers. How many centers do you see actually dribbling the basketball and the offense runs through them? There's just as many as them as there's backup guys who play with their back to the basket. This ain't 1980. It's 2024, son. Zach Edey ain't got the footwork to do it. I don't like the pick. Again, at number 9, you at best, I think, a backup center. But Isaac Simpson knows more about the NBA than I ever will, and we're so lucky that we got him. What is up, Isaac?
Man, what's going on? I heard what you were saying right before I jumped on, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. I'm not the happiest of campers today with what the Grizzlies did at number 9 last night.
I feel, and I'm sorry, I took a drink right there because
Lord, sounds like you're about to choke.
You know, I love Isaac. He's so long-winded, I can sometimes drink, have a smoke, chill. And I wasn't expecting him to be that short, so sorry about that for everybody. But I am right there with you. I mean, when the smoke around Charlotte started to happen, like, I was like, oh, cool, you know what?
Yeah, shout out to Jake Fisher, man.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, they're going to at least get, Klingon. I said, I get that. I understand that. When the move didn't happen after it was reported, and then you see that then Donovan Klingon's gone and goes to the Trailblazers, and then at number 9, I'm sitting there going, well, Dalton Connect's still on the board. I'm saying, damn, this is perfect. They're going to grab Connect. And when they announced Zach Edey, it wasn't just me. I was with a lot of people at a beautiful establishment. The whole place went crazy. And it wasn't like, yes, it was like, get the bleep out of here. Like, it was not, it wasn't looked at too fondly.
Yeah, man, it's definitely a polarizing pick. The people are dug in on both sides. I think there's not really a lot of middle ground. Most people, they either absolutely love the pick, they think it's a 500-foot home run, or they hate the pick. That's pretty much what we're seeing amongst the fan base. And, yeah, man, it's tough. Because it felt like we were getting Klingon. Jake Fisher came out with the report that they had made the deal, and you knew if they were moving up the sticks, it was for Klingon. Man, I was excited. A lot of other people, we were on the timeline, man, just excited they're about to take Klingon. And then he said that Charlotte was keeping the pick, and then it was like sadness at that point. And when it came up to 9, like you said, my top 3 guys for the Grizzlies were Donovan Klingon, Ron Holland, Rob Dillingham, and Dalton Connect. So I'm with you. I would have taken Connect at that point. Anything outside of Klingon, especially the way that went down, was going to be a disappointment for me at that point. But I definitely would have taken Connect, and how he fell all the way to the Lakers at 17. I'll never know. That's craziness, man. They get the absolute steal there, possibly the steal of the first round to get him at 17. But talking about Zach Edey, man, one reason why I was Klingon over Edey is because with Klingon, we've seen Klingon play the type of role that more so that he's going to play in the NBA. He's a low usage, elite defender, offensive hub, a guy that finishes at the rim, just a great passer, and not a guy that you're like relying on for offense. With Edey, he camps out in the paint the entire game, which he won't be able to do at the NBA level because of the 3-second rule. And he dump the ball off to him, watch him work or do what he does for 15 seconds. And that's not going to be his role at all in the NBA. Like, he's got to have a complete 180 mindset change on his game and become a low usage guy. And that's a big transition because they're not going to run any offense through him.
Nope,
and
it's
that's
Purdue.
That's what he's used to doing, and that's not what his role is going to be in the NBA. Also, people talk about him not fouling at all. He got away with a whole lot of stuff at Purdue that he's not going to get away with at the NBA level. I think he's going to be a guy that picks up a lot of fouls as well. I think that's going to keep him off the floor, and teams are going to hunt him in the pick and roll. There's no question about it. And I just never see him being a guy that night in and night out you can pencil in as your starting center and say, okay, he's playing 20 to 25 minutes tonight, and it doesn't matter who you're matching up against, that's going to be your guy. I think there will be times where you better put him on the floor, and it might work in certain matchups, but I don't want to say a novelty player, but a specialized player. That's what I see. And you talked about the playoffs. We saw Steven Adams get played out the floor in the playoffs. People was like, oh, well, you put him next to Tripp. And Tripp was on that team when they played Minnesota a couple years ago, and Steven Adams wasn't on the floor. You're not going to be able to play Zach Edey in the playoffs. So you just took a guy, number 9, that probably is not even going to be able to play for you in the playoffs. That's what we're talking about, and I don't understand why people aren't concerned about that. Because that's what you've done. You drafted a low-ceiling guy that, to me, I feel like is going to be a career backup, specialized player that you can't put on the floor in the playoffs. We're talking about a team
if they did, like you watch the NBA as much as like, how can he switch in the NBA?
He can't. I mean, we just saw Rudy Gobert was the defensive player of the year this year. He got played off the court. Couldn't stay on the floor. I don't understand how anybody thinks he's going to be able to stay on the floor in the playoffs. And again, man, it's just not hate. Like people saying, oh, well, you just hate on the guy. That's just my evaluation of the player. Like if Edey becomes what a lot of people are saying he's going to be or hoping he's going to be, he would be the complete outlier, like a unicorn of unicorns that we've never seen before. Because we've never seen a guy in the modern NBA at his size, his weight, be able to do any of those things that they say he's going to do. Like, and that's the thing about it. I know that he can rebound, he can set screens, he can do all of those things, but it's going to be hard to do those things if you're not on the floor. And that's the big issue that I have with it. I just don't think he's going to be able to stay on the floor to have a consistent enough impact to be able to do the things that they think he's going to do.
Like, and again, like the other part for me that is just so deflating and just disappointing inside of my core is I never thought the Grizzlies, I never thought Kleiman would actually at the 9 slot. Ever did I think that like I didn't think it was true that they would take Edey that high.
Yeah, at least move down.
I mean, I'm in shock that he went in the first round.
Yeah. I agree with you, man. I knew he was going to go in the first round just because of projections. After the combine, he was a solid mid-first round pick, but I never agree with. But again, man, even if you were going to take him, like I just couldn't take him at 9, man. I guess that's their guy. You could believe that Kleiman. A lot of people are buying this narrative that they never tried to trade up, which is ridiculous to me. They were saying that Edey was their guy all the time. They prefer Klingon. There's no question about it. Now, what you can
so you totally don't believe the BS that Kleiman was spitting last night when he was trying to say that this was our guy the whole time.
Yeah,
I mean,
there are people out there. There's people out there that really believe that this morning, and I think a lot of Edey supporters really know that it's BS, but they just want to push their narrative so to make it sound great. But there are too many people. There were national reporters reporting that they were talking to Charlotte. I think what happened was Charlotte ended up taking Tijon Soulon is a French wing.
Mm-hmm.
I think San Antonio, and I actually had him mocked to San Antonio at 8. I think what happened was they had a deal in place, and Charlotte was going to move down to 9, and they were going to take Soulon there. And I think they found out that San Antonio was going to take Soulon at 8, and that he wasn't going to be there, and they bagged out. That's what I think. That's how I think it played out. That's just educated speculation, but yeah, that was rough, man. But again, man, I can't do anything but get behind him, man. I hope the guy is successful in everything that a lot of his biggest supporters think he's going to be. Because again, man, we know what happened the last time they had a top 10 pick and how that played out, man. I don't know if Kleiman can survive another miss like that inside the top 10. So I'm hoping he pans out, man, because they need help in the front court. I see the things. I saw the numbers that he put up I've been watching Zach Edey for years. I saw the numbers, but it never moved me because I never felt like it would translate to the NBA the way it needs to.
Yeah, and the other thing about it, his game and not translating, and I kind of compared him to this because when I look around the NBA and you look at the elite centers around the NBA, he does not fit that mold. I mean, like the big guys today can dribble, they can step outside, they can shoot, they have great footwork. I mean, like, I just don't know how in the world he's actually going to be able to, because again, in a land of small people, yes, he was huge, but everybody in the NBA they're all big. Like, it's just, I mean, you got 6'10" guards. You know, you got it's just point centers. You got guys who can run. I mean, it's a 24-second clock. Like, I don't know. I don't see it. I do know there are some people out there. I did get a text that says, I don't think that it's fair to assess Zach Edey. I sure hope he proves all the haters wrong. I trust the current Grizzlies front office. This is not the regime that selected Hasheem Thabeet. I have to say, I'm not saying that the Grizzlies front office has been absolutely terrible. But from a layman's person, from where I sit, and again, it's probably not fair to assess Edey because I haven't been in those workouts that Matt Norlander reported that those workouts with the Grizzlies. He had to set out a workout, yeah. Yeah, and again, I mean, I saw a workout the other day with Russ Dickulus or Danger or whatever. What is he, Mr. Illuminati, whatever the things he used to say. Yeah. Like, he did a workout video yesterday where he was boxing, and, dude, he looked like he could beat Manny Pacquiao. It's a video. It's a workout.
Yeah, I can see Zach Edey dominating a workout setting because that's different than you playing 5-on-5 on the floor with reps. It's just a different environment. There's different parameters. I can see him looking good just standing there dunking the ball in a workout and dunking on people. Like, that doesn't surprise me. But once you put it in form of you're running in an NBA offense and you have to guard the pick and roll, that's a completely different situation.
I mean, there's so many centers I just start thinking about. I mean, hell, even like Walker Kessler. And, like, I would take him right now over Zach. There's so many players that I would take over Zach Edey. But, man, maybe I'm a pessimist. I got to ask you, though, honestly, do you have any idea what the Grizzlies – because, again, we have all the pieces. So the positive thing that you can say about the last night's draft is they didn't move. They didn't have to trade anybody. They didn't have to move anything. They didn't come off anything. Is there something you're seeing in your crystal ball, maybe anything that you're hearing that there might be some moves coming forward?
Oh, there needs to be, because there needs to be some consolidation with this roster still. Like, they can't go back into another season with Zaire, John Conchar, maybe LaRavia, which I think LaRavia might have created himself some goodwill. He might get another year with this team with the way he kind of played in the back half of last season. I think if I had an opportunity to move him, I probably still would, but they have to get rid of some of those guys. They can't continue to carry all those guys on the roster. So I'm hoping we see some movement tonight. I think the draft board played out really well. I think there's going to be some great players. I mean, there's some great players that have no business still being on the board right now. It's like head scratching why they're still there. So they have a pick at 39. They also have a pick at 57. So there's a couple guys. Kyle Filipowski out of Duke was one time projected as a lottery pick. I was a big fan of his. Have no idea why he's still on the board. I don't know if there's something going on there we're not aware of, but he's still on the board.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's weird, a guy who's actually that tall who can step out and shoot the three and actually moves, and he does have a little bit of grit to him, like him being out there. And also, I thought Tyler Kolek.
Tyler Kolek is I'm a big fan of out of Marquette. Mm-hmm. If the Grizzlies fans will take it back a little bit, if you remember Bino Udrih, former Grizzlies backup point guard, he kind of reminds me of him in that kind of mold, can shoot it, can really get to the basket, crafty. He's definitely a guy if they're going to look at backup point guard. He's definitely there near the top of my list. Another guy, Tyler Smith, who played with G League Ignite, who's 6'10", 225 pounds, kind of a stretch four, can really shoot the basketball. He's another guy that has no business being there. So I don't think either of those guys make it all the way to 39. I think if they want to get one of those two guys or one of those three guys, they're probably going to have to move up a little bit. Maybe they package 39 and 57 to go up to 32, 33, 34, something like that. And add one of those guys, I think that would be, if you come out with Kyle Filipowski in the 30s of this draft, I mean, that's an absolute home run, I would feel
I
better
would
about that
actually
pick than I feel about Zach Eaton.
hell of a lot better, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. And again, it's a crazy world we're in today, though. We do have more NBA draft. It starts today at 3:00, the second round. Bronny James is going to be, everybody's going to keep their eyes on what Bronny James is doing. Everybody's going to be keeping their eyes on what everybody in Memphis is doing. But we're going to talk about all that and more on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
There are many real estate companies out there, but then there's Banyan Tree Realtors on the Tigerville Town Square. There are hands-on, family-owned boutique real estate companies whose agents have been offering exceptional attention to their clients for over 40 years. In an ever-changing world, Banyan Tree continues to maintain a small-town personal charm while providing a worldwide connection through its internet marketing presence. Personal service will never go out of style at Banyan Tree Realtors. Their agents are people you can trust, offering service you deserve. From residential homes to commercial properties, farmland, land lots, and historical houses, Banyan Tree has the expertise you can rely on. So if you're downsizing, upsizing, moving in, or moving on, give Banyan Tree Realtors a call today. Craig Smith and Mary Jean Smith and their agents are ready to serve you. Call today at 901-620-8920 or 901-359-2520.
Marty McNade at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown is turning back prices to give you the best deal in this decade.
Doc gave me orders to turn back time with the 2024 Volkswagen Jetta SE. We got it for $249 a month, and it gets 42 miles per gallon highway. That's much better than my DeLorean, Randy.
You got that right, Marty McNade. And I hear at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, you've got choices.
Take your pick from 2024 Tiguan S front-wheel drive or 2024 Teos SE for $279.28 a month.
Great Scott, McNade. That's Gossett Volkswagen Germantown on Winchester Road. Plus, get 0% for 60 months on Taos.
Your future is whatever you make of it, Randy, so get to Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road, or shop online at GossettVWG.com.
If you own a business, you know Luttrell Belting keeps you moving. Luttrell has cost-effective belts, conveyor components, and 24/7 on-site service to keep you operating smoothly. Text are just a phone call away at 800-441-8946 or online at LuttrellBelting.com. Luttrell's Memphis plant stocks belting in nearly every size and finish, and if they don't have it, they'll make it. From ordering to selection, fabrication, and installation, your Luttrell sales rep is there for you. Luttrell Belting keeps you moving.
Julian Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toe boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nuvo lights, good-looking duck-head dress shirts, duck-head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Times Ranch jeans. At Hewlett & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps. Fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic approved shoes. Hewlett & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewlett & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewlett & Dunn. Hewlett & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Life hack number 7. Get an iPhone 12 on Straight Talk.
Life hack.
Here's how it works. You walk into Walmart, go to the electronics section, ask for iPhone 12 with 5G and a dual camera system, and select the new Silver Unlimited plan. They'll smile because it's a good plan. You get real unlimited data all for just $20 a month for the whole first year. Get it at Walmart or StraightTalk.com. Straight Talk. Less dollars, more sense. Taxes and fees apply. Requires activation of iPhone 12 and a new Silver Unlimited plan or higher end auto pay enrollment. $25 a month service credit applied for up to 12 months if eligibility requirements are met. For network management practices, visit StraightTalk.com.
Everyone loves home improvement. South Haven Supply and Warehouse 51 makes it easy. A real hardware store run by 3 generations of a real hardware family where you can get it all. Whether it's repairs, remodeling, or new building, kitchens, bathrooms, tiles, tubs, vanities, sinks, mirrors, lighting, furniture, even door hardware. All the latest designs as well as timeless
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. I'm hanging out with Brian Dacus all day long, all day strong. You know I got the Sissy's Log Cabin text and listener line open right now, 901-360-8255. I do have to say I appreciate all y'all who are texting in, who are supporting, 100% supporting Zach Edey, because, again, we want to support our team. I and my buddy Isaac Simpson right now, again, who've watched a lot of ball in our lives. I'm an old damn man, got 3 grandkids, and I've seen the center, and I've watched centers play basketball for so many damn years. It's not funny. And I look at Zach, and I don't see, like, that Wilt Chamberlain ain't walking through that door. Again, he's not Greg Ostertag. Hell, he's not Walker Kessler, Miles Turner. Do you know what Bobby Portis Jr. would do to him? Think about Bam Adebayo or Anthony Davis or any guard who got in front of him on a switch. I just don't see how at the 9 slot you can take somebody who, in my opinion's upside, is a role player off the bench, a backup center. But that's why we got Isaac Simpson up here. We've been talking a whole lot about the big Canadian. We've addressed all these needs, I think, and basically till we're blue in the face. People know where we basically stand. Now, we also talked a little bit about where other people fell. But I have to ask you, I want to hop off the Grizzlies just for a moment, Isaac, because, again, the second round of the draft, not very exciting. I'm not looking for super game changers. Again, if Kyle Filipowski fell to the Grizzlies, these are things I can get behind. But the biggest story out there is Bronny James. And he's actually going to get drafted today, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. I think what would be hilarious if somebody other than the Lakers drafted him. That's what I want to see happen.
I've been praying for that. I've been praying it. I said I've been wanting it. Dake is sitting comfortable with this, but it's exactly what it is. I say draft Bronny and hold him hostage to get his dad.
I just don't like that wording. I don't like thinking about holding a 18-year-old, 19-year-old hostage.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I would. Well, maybe at 57, but he's not going to be there at 57. The Lakers have 55, so he's not getting past there. I might do it at 57. I might draft him and see what happens there. But Phoenix is a team that has said to have big interest in him. They're sitting there at 51, so it would be interesting. I don't see what LeBron's move is because everybody assumes he's opting out, but everybody assumes he's just going to sign back with LA, which is what he does every year. When he does that, he has contract set up the week and opt out every year, and everybody just assumes he's going to opt back in for more money, and that's what the assumption is now. But if Bronny gets drafted by Phoenix, it'll be interesting to see what he does if that happens.
Yeah, there's just so many. Like the second day of the draft, it's on at 3:00 in the afternoon. It's the second round. Like it feels
ridiculous.
Weird. Yes, like it just feels weird. Of course, I'm going to be paying attention because I can't help it. But I actually think that from the shock and the pain that happened yesterday, I think today's just going to be more fun and exciting and like what the hell can go like kind of wacky.
Yeah, I definitely feel better going into the day than I felt after the Zach Edey pick last night. That was so deflating, especially on top of the way it played out with the Jake Fisher report and thinking that they're about to get Klingon. Man, that just took all the wind out of my sails. I was sick for the rest of the night. Like I was just sitting there, man. I had it on mute.
Fair question. I'm sorry, I got to ask this. Is it because, do you think that the pain has been just it's basically pouring gasoline on a fire because the hope we were getting Klingon at the 6, and basically it felt like almost a lock, like everybody's going, yeah, oh my God, they're moving up to get Klingon. They're getting Klingon. And then when it becomes Edey, did that just add to the disappointment?
Yeah, I mean, it really did. And if you have Woj notifications on, you saw it a while before they announced it on TV, and I was like, man, there it is. I was like, you saw the reports that if they couldn't move up clinging they were going to take Zach Edey, and I was hoping that was just conjecture. And even if they did, I was hoping that they moved back and took him. But that's what they did, man. Like, I guess just on a general surface standpoint, like I understand you need a center. He's humongous. He was on the board. They just went with him. I feel like it's a pick for need. I feel like kind of, and I'm not saying that he's going to be a seed to beat, but that's kind of what happened in that draft. They felt like they needed a center, which ended up not even being true because they had Marcus All on the roster, didn't know what they had, and ended up taking the seed to beat. That makes it even worse in hindsight. But I think that's what they did. I think they drafted for need. I think they would have looked at, okay, we talked all the connect. What are we going to do at center? We're going to leave this big, humongous center on the board, and I think they just decided to go with it. I definitely believe he was their second choice. I don't think there's any question in my mind, so I think he's the consolation prize, but it's tough, man. Again, man, my teams just have a tendency to do exactly what I don't want them to do, man. When I talked about with you last week, I said with my Cowboys, I was like, I knew they were going offensive line in the first round. Like, don't take Tyler Guyton. That's exactly who they ended up taking. I just said the same thing with the Zaire Williams pick a few years ago, and it happened again last night. I mean, he was on my no draft list, him and a couple other guys, man, and they went with Zach Edey, who was number one on that list. So it's tough, man. But again, man, I'm not gonna hate on him, quote unquote. Like, I just want the best for him. I just hope my assessment is wrong. That's not usually the case. A lot of times when and this is not bragging or anything, the times that I've come out really strong on some of the moves that this front office made, in the end, I ended up being right. Like, a lot of people were on my head saying that I was crazy, you're an idiot, blah, 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 what about the LaRavia Roddy stuff, and a year and a half later, they're all saying the same thing I'm saying, and then when I say, oh, well, I was right, then I'm gloating and shouldn't be saying that. So so hopefully this trend bucks this time, man. Hopefully I'm terribly wrong, and Zach Edey ends up being a starting center, all-star, all the things that people are saying he's going to be.
I like fairy tales.
Yeah.
I do.
So that feels like what that is.
It feels like a fairy tale. Now, there's also one other fairy tale question I have for you. Man, Memphis getting the biggest recruit that they've ever got at the quarterback position, according to the modern rankings. The Antoine Hill Jr. situation. Yeah. How do you feel about that? Like, is this something that you see him replacing Seth Hennigan when his time is up after this year, or is he going to use this season to get back into the transfer portal to get more money?
I mean, it's huge right now. I mean, so you hope you're able to keep it, but I think it shows you with the FedEx commitment to the university what's possible. And to get a kid like that, and I think he stays here because I think he knows that he's going to walk into that starting spot when he comes in next year. I think he's going to start as a true freshman, kind of the same way we saw Seth Hennigan. With Seth Hennigan, it wasn't expected. You had an injury, man. He ended up having to start, and he never lost a job. But I think Antoine Hill walking in the door is going to be the starting quarterback for the Memphis Tigers in 2025. So I think he's going to be locked in. And you just look at some of the schools, man. Florida, head-to-head with Florida. I think Alabama, Georgia was on this list at one time. That's huge, man. And you're starting to see more and more players, man. You look at some of these lists, and Memphis is on there with these SEC schools, and these teams are picking Memphis. That is, I mean, one thing people can't criticize. Yeah, one thing you can't criticize Ryan Silver for is his recruiting. Because he's really taking off now, man. And if they get Antoine Hill, man, I just think that's big, and I think it just shows with this FedEx commitment the kind of things that are possible going forward for this university.
Thank you, Fred Smith. Thank you, Richard Smith. And hey, good luck up in Pittsburgh, Arthur Smith. Thank you, FedEx. We really do appreciate it because the money is working. And also, just one other question. Do you think because now there's that one spot for the non-Power 5 team and Memphis not being in one of the Power 4 slots, they're in the group of 5, that having that one slot right there that one team's always going to get in, that's got to also help out recruiting besides just the money, right?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it because before that wasn't really a reality. It was tough for that to happen, almost impossible for a team in the group of 5 to kind of get in there. So to have that guaranteed spot, I think is great. And I think looking at Memphis right now, if you're a recruit, you got to think they're going to have a great chance of that year in and year out. I really think they got a chance this year because you look at that schedule. I think Florida State, obviously, you're going on the road against Florida State, that's going to be tough. with Mike Norvell and his team down there in Tallahassee. But at Tulane, I think is on Thanksgiving, man, that's going to be a massive game because I think those are two of the teams that are right there at the top that have an opportunity to get that spot. So that's going to be a fun one. But I think Memphis is going to win this thing. I think Memphis is going to win the AAC this year, and I think they're going to be in the playoff, which is amazing and something that a couple years ago, 2 or 3, 4 years ago, you couldn't even imagine.
Dude, that's something I want to put in my pipe and smoke. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for Tiger football season. Isaac, what you got coming down the pipe? What are you and Candace working on?
Yeah, man, we'll definitely have a draft recap coming up. If not tonight, maybe tomorrow night over at Ethos Grizzlies. So make sure you check that out. We'll be viewing the draft with Zach Edey. Hopefully, Kyle Filipowski. I think that would be big, be huge if they're able to pull something like that off today. So we'll be looking back at all of that. And you can find me on my regular Twitter feed at Isaac_NBA.
Be blessed, and thanks for your time, big homie.
Will do, man. Talk to you next week.
That's my buddy, Isaac Simpson. We're late for a break, but guess what? We got a special guest. It's Evie Van Pelt from the Rebel Walk. She's back. She's on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Riders of all skill levels choose a Honda Rebel. Incredible motorcycles with a stripped-down style and a full package of features. Both the 300 and the 500 offer compact power inside a lightweight frame. Combined with a low slim seat, the Rebel is easy to start on. And with new colors for this year, they are impossible to ignore. Go to DeSoto Honda to check out the 2023 Honda Rebels. Cruisers with premium style and performance to enjoy every second. Use the street as a racetrack with a long
It's time to have a good time at Mugshots Grill and Bar in Olive Branch and Carterville. Come by for half-price happy hour 2 to 6 Monday through Friday with domestic drafts and $3 snacks. Then try one of Mugshots 19 specialty burgers, including the Mugshot Burger. Finish in 12 minutes and it's free. Plus, you get a free shirt. Mugshots in Olive Branch, 6400 Goodman Road, and Mugshots in Carterville, 656 West Poplar. So cheers to great food, good drinks, and fun company at Mugshots Grill and Bar, where you're always having a good time.
Hi, this is Eric Hasseltine telling you to hurry. Hurry to Genesis Diamonds right now. The clock is ticking on Genesis Diamonds' amazing finance offer. You have until Sunday to take advantage of the hottest offer ever. 5 years, 0 interest financing. You can get that stunning designer engagement ring starting as low as $67 a month, or a 3-carat lab-grown center diamond just $99 a month. It's the smartest, fastest, and best way to buy. But hurry, this incredible offer ends this weekend and will not be extended. Only at Genesis Diamonds at Poplar and Perkins Extended.
Philo's got a world of entertainment for you to explore with just one subscription. Sign up today and start watching all the networks you love, like A&E, MTV, Discovery, VH1, TLC, Lifetime, Hallmark Channel, and so much more. Featuring current seasons of all the best drama, true crime, reality, and family-friendly shows you can't afford to miss. And with up to 3 streams at once, you'll never have to fight about what to watch. Get started today and unlock our library of over 75,000 movies and shows, and save all your favorites with the unlimited DVR, so you can rewatch them anytime, anywhere, for up to a year. Philo now includes access to AMC+. You can discover your next obsession from its collection of hit originals like Mad Men, The Walking Dead, Killing Eve, Orphan Black, and tons of blockbuster movies. There are no contracts, no commitments, and no hassles. For just $28 a month, Philo's a better way to watch TV. So what are you waiting for? Visit Philo.tv and sign up today to start your 7-day free trial. That's PHILO.tv.
Jenkins Floors and More invites you to their retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors in Little Rock, Cleveland, Mississippi, and now open in Horn Lake at 2356 West Goodman Road. Specializing in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds, Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, or family projects, call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
All 650 acquisition fee, Telluride RG 510849, MSRP 38305, Forte LXS RE 780 169, MSRP 21820. Includes all rebates and incentives. Must finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title and licensee dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 6/30/2024 with approved credit dealer stock only.
Hey Jeff, I hear you've got the Kia Summer Sticker Sales event going on right now at Gossett Kia South on Mount Moriah. Give me some scoop.
Brand Randy. The scoop is I'm ready to put you in a new Kia for less. 2024 Kia Forte LXS 41 MPG Highway, $199 a month. $34.99 due at signing. How about a 2024 Kia Telluride LX 357 a month. $39.99 due at signing. 24-month lease.
Plus 0% for 48 months on 2024 EV9. And every Gossett Kia comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia South on Mount Moriah.
Gossett Kia South, 2680 Mount Moriah, or online anytime. KiaMountMoriah.com.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Oh, yeah.
That was one of those things. When things get too heavy, just call me helium.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, and it's a special Thursday. It is a thirsty Thursday, and they're always brought to you by Tito's, the best vodka in the world. And it's after 12 o'clock, so you're not drinking in the morning. It's just a little day drinking. You know, we got NBA draft coming up at 3 o'clock today. And if you're a little bit depressed about the Zach Edey pick at number 9, Grizzlies drafting a backup center at number 9, well, I can tell you something that'll always make you feel better, because I like to put a little bit of positive spin on things. If life hands you lemons, don't freak out, don't fret, don't stress. Just make a lemon drop. Just make sure it's with the best, and that's Tito's Handmade Vodka, which is crafted and distilled in the United States down in Austin, Texas, and it is the best vodka around. How about you stop into Buster's liquor store today and grab you a bottle? Evie, it has been so long. I miss you. I hope you're doing well, and I'm just so grateful to have you. How are you doing today?
I'm here, and I'm really happy to be here. I was telling Brian it was great to hear his voice, and it's wonderful to hear your voice.
Thank you. Man, Evie, you are just so deadgum sweet. If you haven't known Evie, and I know you know because a lot of people were asking about me, they're like, is she okay? And I'm like, she's going to make it. She's going to make
it. I've missed y'all.
We've missed
you. I really,
you.
really have missed y'all.
I've been worried about David. How is David holding up?
Oh, man. David has been having to do everything. I mean, when I say, like, I couldn't walk. Like, this happened a month ago. And so I can walk a little bit now, but still not very far. And David has had to do, I mean, we're out on a couple 100 acres on a farm. I mean, you can imagine all the stuff there is to do. So he's been doing everything, all the grocery shopping, all the cleaning, I mean, you name it, he's been doing it. So I'm really, 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 really grateful. I'll have to find a way to make that up to him when I'm better.
Well, we're rooting for you. We're praying for you, and I can't wait for you to get back up on your feet and start dominating. You know Evie Van Pelt from the Rebel Walk. Somehow you've also been dropping articles, which is still impressive to me. You're still taking care of business, and all your wonderful writers and all those people who contribute to the number one source for all things Ole Miss sports information. It's still been balling out as always. That's how I've been keeping abreast of all my Ole Miss sports information. Now, a couple of the rumors I've been getting from my daughter, by the way.
Okay, well, spill it.
And I love rumors. And
me too.
And I'm pretty sure it's not necessarily a rumor, but do you know who's Jackson Dart's dating?
Is he not dating his girlfriend that he had for forever? He's dating somebody else now?
I don't know.
What a wild place to start, John.
He had a girlfriend from back home in Utah that I think had been his girlfriend for years. So that really is news if he's dating somebody else.
Yeah,
so
I think
he's like The Bachelor.
I think that he might be talking to one of the Kiffin daughters.
Really? So
Yeah.
that would have to be Presley, who will be a freshman, I believe, at USC this coming fall.
Mm-hmm.
And because Landry looks pretty pretty solid with Walker Howard.
Oh my gosh! You know what? I just got him backwards.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, I think Landry and Walker.
I
are pretty-
just got it all backwards because my daughter forgets to tell me that when she says the quarterback, she's dating the quarterback. When they say the quarterback, I just realized I'm only thinking about Jackson.
Yeah, but I bet maybe she's talking about Walker.
No, it's
Maybe it's
100%
that
Walker because
That's okay.
Hilarious.
So,
Yep.
okay, anybody who knows Jackson's girlfriend in Utah, just ignore
apologize for
everything
me.
that John and Evie just said.
Because I was just talking to Savannah yesterday, and she's down at the beach, and I guess they probably were having a couple maybe drinks on the beach or something yesterday. And I just said, "Who are you with?" and blah 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 blah. And she just made a small comment, and she's like, "Oh, she's just upset because she's missing her boyfriend, the quarterback for Ole Miss." And I went, "What?" And she was like, "Dad, you don't know she's dating the quarterback." When you say the quarterback, does it not? Your first thought is not Jackson?
Yeah, that would be my first thought.
And you know what the first
so
thing
I
said to her?
completely understand. What?
I said, "You better make sure that they don't start dating because that's the only thing that could ruin this football team this year."
Man, isn't that the truth? I've talked about that even with Walker. I mean, Walker is, by all accounts, a lot of folks think he will be the quarterback after Jackson Dart is gone after this coming season. And man, is that not? I mean, you're dating the coach's daughter. That's like boom or bust there. I mean, I don't know. That's that could go really, really well, or that could go really, really south. So. But Walker's a nice young man.
Yeah, and he's a damn good football player. I'm excited to see what he can do. Now, I need to ask you, because I did see an article that you dropped. There's been a lot of talk this year about how the difference in Ole Miss is going to be in the trenches. You dropped an article talking about this Ole Miss offensive line might be the most experienced offensive line of the nation.
Yes, it's crazy to think about because, I think over the years, at least the recent history, when folks think about Ole Miss, they, obviously have an explosive offense, but they, the talk always is kind of, but, like we just don't quite have the depth at O-line, or we just need one more big O-lineman, and now it's like not only have they checked all the boxes off of the big fellas up front, but the experience, the offensive line, as you mentioned, they return collectively, the players who will be there, 222 total starts between them. And that is first in the nation. So I think the closest SEC one was Kentucky with 156.
Whoa.
So 222 is pretty impressive. So you add, you take the guys that are, you've got Micah Pettis, Jeremy James, Caleb Warren, Jaden Williams coming back, Reese McIntyre, Eli Acker, but then you add in Diego Pounds and Nate Caleppo and Julius Buelow, the latter two from Washington's, who went to the finals last year.
And had the best offensive line in the nation.
In the country, yeah. So a lot of experience. And I just keep telling people, you just didn't, unless you were there, you just can't realize the look on Lane Kiffin's face and his demeanor after Ole Miss lost at Georgia. It was, we don't look like them. They're a bunch of, he commented on how many 5-stars they have and that Ole Miss had like one, maybe Suntarian Perkins. But he just talked about the big bodies up front, and he just said our roster didn't look like them. And, man, I think our roster is going to look like them this season.
Yeah, and everything, all that smoke this year is kind of wild that, everything does start with Georgia. Kirby deserves it. Georgia deserves it. You know how great Georgia's been. But, I mean, there's so many question marks around LSU and Alabama, and just you look around the SEC and you had Oklahoma and Texas in there, and it just feels like the thing that's crazy to me is everybody. I mean, Texas A&M, Texas, they're all like, every time I talk to somebody who's a fan of them, they're like, man, that Ole Miss team looks scary this year.
Yes, Yes, and okay, so I laughed at this. I don't know if you saw this, but so we had an article out a few days ago. Ole Miss had 3 2025 high school class 2025 recruits that decommitted
On
all
Monday,
on the same
yeah.
day. Yeah, in the same in the within a few hours of each other, and a couple of receivers and a defensive player, and folks were just flipping out and I put an article out about it, and I said, honestly, I mean, I don't want to be disrespectful at all to those 3 players because they're fantastic players, but 2 of them were wide receivers. I am never, ever, ever in the history of ever going to worry about Lane Kiffin bringing in receivers to Ole Miss. Just not gonna. So yes, one was a 4-star, 5-star, and the other was a 4-star. And so of course you never want to lose that. But I just think in this day and age with NIL and money, and they committed on the first trip they were there, and that's not always maybe the best because they haven't been a lot of places yet. But I'm just never going to worry about Lane Kiffin bringing in offensive players. And so it was funny, people were ragging on Ole Miss, rivals on Twitter.
Of course.
And of course. And, I think it was actually Jonathan Hess who had played for Ole Miss, and now is a grad assistant. He was fire extinguisher guy, if you'll recall, the guy on the sidelines who always shot the fire extinguisher off. Anyway, he made a tweet that just basically said, come to Ole Miss if you want to be developed. And, he was basically addressing those kids. If you want to go somewhere else, that's fine. Go somewhere else. If you want to really be developed, come here. And Lane Kiffin quote tweeted and said, see you on the flip side at, like transfer portal. So basically it's like, we didn't get Walter Nolan the first go round.
Nope.
Really wanted Walter Nolan, didn't get him, but guess what? We get him on the flip side. So I think, that was just Lane's kind of little way of, Lane ain't bothered at all. I don't think.
I don't think so. He's pretty also great on his whole Twitter, man. Everything right now Lane's doing is pushing up daisies.
I mean, really. And so, and I really believe that. I don't think and I wrote that in my article about it. I don't think that anybody needs to get upset in June about some 2025 recruits. Now, granted, a lot of kids will commit in December, and that's kind of the thing to do, but that is a long, 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 long. I mean, June to December in recruiting time, might as well be like 3 years. So,
it is true.
Yeah, so I'm just not at all worried. I mean, again, I think with Pete Golding, not going to worry about replacing any position on that side of the ball. I mean, again, so those three players are all talented, but I don't think anybody is worried.
It's just kind of maybe you look at how deep that wide receiving room is right this minute, like
absolutely.
That's one of those things. And I was also reading, I think it was Leanne Herring who did an article about DJ Bordeaux, a quarterback from the future, like 2026, that somebody he's kind of looking with Lane or whatever. But the comments that he made about the facility, about how great the coaching staff is and how he got to meet with the position coaches, the offensive coordinators, and he basically said that the best staff in the country from all the people that he's met is right there down in Oxford.
Right, he did. You're right. He's a 2026 dual threat quarterback from Georgia, and very, very impressed with Ole Miss on his visit. And, I think that's one thing that we just keep hearing, because we try to talk to the recruits as they're leaving or once they get back home, and they all talk about how family-oriented that staff seems. And, I don't feel like that's just words, because I think kids are sharp. And they know if you're just putting on an act. And so I think they feel
kids can see when somebody's BSing them. It's like a secret power.
Yeah, it is their secret power, their superpower. And so I think that's been really important to them. And again, you're right. For a young man to say by far this is the best staff in the country, that is a really big deal. And, you really can't argue with him when you think about Lane Kiffin on the offense and Pete Golding on the defense. I mean, Randall Joyner on the defensive line, Charlie Weiss Jr., the new wide receiver coach I'm hearing, Georgia McDonald, is fantastic. So, I think I can absolutely see a kid saying that. So again, I just thought it was funny that, Lane was just kind of making fun. See you on the flip side. And that's just, really typical Lane. And again, like I said, Ole Miss will have no shortage of wide receivers, I'm quite sure.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward. I can't wait for a little football season. I also saw the new uniforms that they're going to have. Like, they're always looking good, are they not?
Yes. I mean, it's funny. They just dropped those, and the folks can go and see them. White with powder blue, and even a lot of the, maybe the older crowd who is more steeped in tradition, I still found a lot of them really like those uniforms. So
they're just straight clean. I love them.
They are, and the players love them, and to me, that's what counts. I mean, sure, I would like them to wear what I would like them to wear, but at the end of the day, if those kids are happy, if Jackson Dart's happy, I'm happy.
Man, that's just, that me too. Now I got to ask you something,
John.
because,
may I jump in with a quick
please.
question? I'm so sorry, John. I don't mean to cut you off. Evie, I'm just curious. I know so many people are excited for the new EA College Football 25 video game, and we're starting to see a lot of stuff come out about these teams and what they'll rank, and a lot of people try to use those rankings to kind of dictate what the team might look like in real life. It started a lot of conversation. Today they put out the offensive power rankings. Ole Miss is 13th and 87th overall. John, I'm sure you haven't. The look on your face tells me you haven't seen this. Let me tell you the teams in front of Ole Miss. Memphis, for anybody curious, 19 with an 85. Ole Miss only 2 spots ahead of them in terms of overall with an 87. Teams in front of them: Penn State, Utah, Clemson, Missouri, Colorado, Miami, LSU. Top 5 make up Ohio State, Texas, Alabama, Oregon, and Georgia. I can already tell, Evie, you're not a fan of them being the 13th best offense in the game. What did you think of that?
No, when I saw that, I just could not even believe it. Like, I just thought that had to be offensive power rankings. In what world is a Lane Kiffin offense
crazy
13th in anything? Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I mean, like you said, I mean, I can see, okay, we're going to have Georgia and Oregon, Alabama, Texas. But, I mean, you sit there and you think LSU, Miami, Colorado, Clemson, Penn State. Yeah,
and I don't even think Drew Allaire is any good at quarterback.
No, I know. That's what I was going to say, too. So, yeah, now, I don't know. It's crazy. And I did see, you probably saw earlier this week, where I'm losing all track of days over here, I swear, but where I think Phil Steele came out with his top quarterbacks potentially for the draft next year, and he had Jackson Dart number 2. That's a pretty big rise. So it's like you have this returning quarterback with all these weapons, and Trey Harrison, Jordan Watkins, and Henry Parrish Jr., and Ulysses Bentley, and Juice Wells, all these guys, and 13 in the offensive power rankings. Boo, boo, boo.
I am right there with you. Right there with you. But I love what Phil Steele said, because, again, Jackson Dart, the way he can move in the pocket, has got the big arm, and every single year has gotten better and better and better. And he's also become a leader of men on that football team, and that's something that translates in the NFL.
It really is. It translates in the NFL, and I think also at the collegiate level. I mean, I felt like Jackson's first year at the helm of the Rebels after he took over from Matt Corral, that year when Ole Miss had Matt Corral and they went to the Sugar Bowl and they lost to Baylor, but, they won 10 games, and Matt Corral was the undisputed leader of that team, offense and defense. And, remember he even went into the locker room, I guess, at some point during a game and was mad halftime and was mad that the defensive players were watching TV or something, and he took it upon himself to get on the defense, not just the offense. But Jackson that first year was just kind of growing into himself, and I don't feel like there was a lot of leadership there. He had to beat out quarterback who I think a lot of people thought, Luke Altmaier thought would be the quarterback, and then so maybe you got some locker room stuff going on. But by his second year last year, you could just see, the difference that leadership makes. And I think the leadership across the board has me just as excited as it does, as the talent does, because on that defense, Jared Ivey and JJ Pegues are the bosses of that defense, and I just can't wait. Can hardly wait.
I'm getting fired up, and now I know I'm running out of time, but I did want to touch base on something because I was thinking about you talking about, being a leader of men, and then all of a sudden I thought of David Walker, Texas A&M, Vols. What do you think about the whole Slosh situation? Literally going crazy, and now he's the Texas coach.
I was waiting for you to ask me that. I tell you, I just don't even know what to think. It doesn't look good to me, to be honest. I thought it was kind of a bad look for Texas to fire the coach right before
the College World Series. That was I thought that was it's kind of like the Lakers on the NBA Finals talking about how they're going to bring in Dan Hurley. Like, hey, look at me.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't think that was cool. I thought personally I had known through just some sourcing that I had for about 3 weeks that there was a darn good chance that Schlossnagle was gone to Texas. And part of that is, he has a very, very long, almost 2-decade-long friendship with Chris Del Conte, the AD at Texas. And so, I can understand. So I don't think anybody begrudges a guy leaving and going and being with his friend, and he's probably getting a big raise and yada, yada, yada. But I think just the way it was done and the interview post-game interview where
his first interview with Texas as the coach too was, I thought, kind of cringy.
It was very cringy, and and he gave his apology to the Texas reporter that he was very harsh to the night before, and the whole thing is just weird. And now, like 11 billion A&M players are in the portal.
Yeah, I saw Jace got in it this morning.
Yeah, Grahovac. Literally, you look almost the whole infield is there, and then for Laviolette, that's crazy. Caden Kent is in it.
I will say though, Hovac, that kid being a true freshman, as big as he is, and like the way he hit. You put him at third base. They put him in left field. He can play almost anywhere. Like, I would have been scared to death to see that kid in high school.
Oh, boy, isn't that the truth? I will tell you also now on some Ole Miss news, they have had some players
Grayson
enter the portal,
Saunier, I saw.
including my friend, Grayson Saunier, and I think he has. I would be very surprised if Grayson did not end up somewhere in the SEC. He's had a lot of interest, I can tell you, from SEC schools and from some other Power 5 schools. But so I think Grayson's gonna land on his feet. Just a lot of, I want to say maybe 10 are in the portal thus far. So that's a lot. And some of those are players who are leaving for their own reasons, and some of those are just basically, unfortunately they call it being processed out. And so that happens everywhere. They are bringing in a catcher from BYU, Colin Reuter, really nice kid, honorable mention all Big 12. So we're looking forward to him and visiting with him here pretty soon. But they really need to get some pitching, because we still don't know what's going to happen with Hunter Elliott and Xavier Rivas. I think that they're draft eligible. So even though they're both coming back from injuries, like Hunter went to the combine, he didn't throw, but he went and did all the interviews and the medical tests and such like that. So, there's a very good chance if they get, a slot that they would like, that they may be gone. And so, there's some holes to fill there.
There are some holes to fill, but thank you for filling a large hole in my show. And I'm telling you, I know you filled a large hole in a lot of people's hearts. We're glad that you're doing better. I hope you continue to get well. We are rooting for you. We love you. And thank you so much for your time, Evie.
Thank you so much for putting up with me being gone for a little while, and I'm grateful to be back. Hotty toddy.
Hotty toddy. That's my friend Evie Van Pelt. Check out all the work at the Rebel Walk, therebelwalk.com right now. It is your number one source for all things Ole Miss sports information. I love Ole Miss. I also love Mexican food. Summer and Graham, right there at Summer and Graham, you got Los Cabos. They got lunches every single day. Little lunch in the middle of the afternoon. Oh, it's really simple. Go in there. They're from $7 to $10.99. I'm talking about like my chicken pacucha. I'm probably saying that right. I don't know, but I just love that. It's straight up fire. They got so many wonderful things at Los Cabos, and they also have margaritas starting at $3.99. Go get your eats, go get your drinks on at Los Cabos, right there at Summer and Graham. Back in Two Shakes with Little Wood, Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
This 4th of July, celebrate freedom with your favorite barbecue store, Memphis Barbecue Supply. Whether you're a grilling novice or a seasoned pitmaster, Memphis Barbecue Supply has everything you need to make this Independence Day unforgettable. From a wide selection of premium chip, chunk, mini logs, pellets, and logs of wood, and over 378 different rubs, sauces, injections, and glazes to choose from. Here at Memphis Barbecue Supply, we have everything but the meat. You can stop by anytime. We're open 7 days a week for your convenience. Our knowledgeable, award-winning pitmasters on staff are more than happy to assist you with any questions you have for your next cook. Memphis Barbecue Supply is located at 7041 Stage Road in Memphis, or you can order online at mbbqsupply.com. Follow us on all the social media platforms for recipes, new products, and barbecue news.
Dunn Boot and Clothing Company, we have it all. From handmade Amish leather belts, fine and casual clothing, boots, casual boots, work boots, fancy boots, and even safety-toe boots. Lots of cowboy hats to choose from, even Nevo Lights, good-looking duck-head dress shirts, duck-head caps, shorts, and pants. Tons of jeans from Ariat, Wrangler, Devil Dog, and Times Ranch jeans. At Hewitt & Dunn, we have a great selection of Old South t-shirts and caps, fine clothing from dress to casual to Sunday best. Enjoy choosing from UFO's orthopedic approved shoes. Hewitt & Dunn Boot and Clothing Company. Boots of every size, every color, every skin. Great quality Western, work, and safety toe boots. Hewitt & Dunn Boots and Clothing Company. 111 North Center Street, Collierville. Hewitt & Dunn. Hewitt & Dunn, serving you and your family since 1961.
Hey, everybody, together, let's drive into summer in what we really want to drive. I'm out here at Olive Branch at All-Star Chevy where all the new Silverados are. Some marked 12% off invoice. Seriously, it's a sweet buyer's market. Financing as low as 1.9 and no payments for 90 days on new Trailblazers, Silverados, Equinox, and more. And nothing beats family trips in a new Tahoe. And get this, an extra $500 bonus for college students, grads, military, first responders, healthcare, and teachers. And no matter what pre-owned you're looking for, find it here at Olive Branch at All-Star Chevy's All-American Pre-Owned Sale. All the Jeeps, Ram trucks, even Ram ProMaster cargo van. And don't forget 4Runners. Here in Olive Branch is where you could test drive them all. And bring All-Star any vehicle you want to sell and get a check today. Everyone at All-Star Chevy in Olive Branch wishes you a very happy and safe 4th of July as we celebrate our country's Independence Day. Don't miss All-Star Chevy's All-American Sale in Olive Branch. Just go to allstarautogroup.com.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save. It's like getting romance and sci-fi. I love you. Also, I'm a robot. With T-Mobile, you can save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, we'll pay off your locked AT&T phone up to $650, and you'll get a new 5G phone for free. After the eligible prepaid card in 15 days, please loan up to $830 via 24-month credit. With qualifying for any credit plus tax and $35 connection charge. Contact us before canceling to continue bill credits or they stop and require finance agreement balances due. See T-Mobile.com.
Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, Automatic Gates Construction tailors custom gate solutions for all your residential, commercial, and industrial needs, including repairs, maintenance, and installation. Automatic Gates Construction specializes in designing and installing automatic gates and fencing that seamlessly blends security, functionality, and aesthetic appeal. Elevate the safety and efficiency of your property with a premium gate solution. Automatic Gates Construction at myautomaticgates.com.
Ole Miss
This Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM, your Mid-South sports station.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It is a thirsty Thursday in the Mid-South, and I'm going to tell you something. It's just not as thirsty when you got Tito's. So make sure you get your little Tito's on because, man, let me tell you something. Life hands you lemons. You don't freak out. You don't fret. You don't stress. You just drink a little Tito's. Also, if you got a nice car and you want to make it look even more pimp, like I'm taking my Jag to get a paint job. Did I tell you this, Degas?
Oh, you did not tell me this.
Oh, yes. I'm taking it to Rick's Powder Coating for a beautiful finish every time. Rick's Powder Coating can do your cars. They can do your patio furniture. They can do anything metal. They do residential, industrial coating. They have the 2 largest conveyor lines in the Mid-South. They have the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South. I'm telling you, they've been family-owned and operated since 2002. Rick's Powder Coating can customize a beautiful finish just for you. They're going to do it to my car, and it's going to be so pimp. Because you know why I'm getting Rick's Powder Coating to do it? Because my car was normally painted. You would think a Jaguar has a nice paint job, wouldn't you? But the top of it starting to flake a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't want none of that. I got to have it looking good. So that's why I was taking it to Rick's Powder Coating. You can go to rickspowdercoating.com or give them a call at 901-367-2771, 901-367-2771. And maybe I'll post a picture of my car when I get it done. It'll be pretty soon. It's pretty sick. I just don't want to make people jealous of me. Because you know what I'm saying? Jealousy's bad.
For sure.
It's like you don't want to be jealous of people.
No, you never want to be jealous.
Man.
It's bad quality.
I will tell you, though, I am jealous of one person.
Who's that?
Whoever's dating Hawk Tuohy, I'm going to spit on that thing, girl. Let's go to Hardwood.
That's not Hardwood. That's not. But
you know what? I love Jimi Hendrix.
That's actually your intro music.
This is SS Hardwood.
That's hard.
Man, my air guitar skills are ridiculous.
They are.
Bruh, watch out. Move
ridiculously
over, Jimmy.
Bad.
Please, child, please. Now, speaking of my favorite person in the world, Mr. Haley Welch, Miss Haley Welch.
Who's that?
Miss Haley Harden in the future. She's Hawk Tuohy girl.
Be careful, John.
I mean, I'm engaged. You know what I'm saying? I love you, Chas. I do. But if I ever leave you, you know who it'll be for. It'll be for Hawk Tuohy. Did you know she's now made $65,000 on her not suitable for work merch? And guess who bought some merch yesterday?
Who?
Me.
Are you gonna wear it to work?
Hell yeah! I bought a shirt and it says, "If she don't Hawk Tuohy, I won't talk to her." I love it. I love it.
Huh.
And there's some hats that I want. Like, I'm going to have more Hawk Tuohy girl gear than anybody in the world. In fact, I would suggest nobody buy Grizz gear for Zach Edey.
Huh.
Just get Hawk Tuohy girl.
Oh, John, I have a confession to make.
Oh, no, you're becoming a...
No.
I'm getting a presidential hat, by the way.
Are you?
I know. And then tonight's the debate, isn't it?
Yeah, sure is.
So this is perfect.
USA also plays in Soccer Night. If you actually want to watch something entertaining, USA
They're in the
plays
Copacabana,
tonight.
right?
Yeah. That's right.
Drinking margaritas. And who are they playing?
Footy. I don't know.
Well, I know that they were a large favorite because I saw that the betting line. But I did buy my first presidential hat for 2024.
Okay.
Do you know who I'm supporting?
Who's that?
Hawk Tuohy 2024. Gonna spit on that thing. This is the hat that I ordered. So I got a hat and a shirt. I forgot to show you the hat that I got.
So, John, I have a confession to make. So, yesterday afternoon, we did a bunch of draft talk on Sports Time, and I was very much against both Donovan Clingan and Zach Edey.
Yes.
But by the end of the show, I had pretty much, earlier before this, Darian said, I think the Grizzlies would be fine drafting Edey at 9. And I said, if the Grizzlies draft Edey at 9, I'll buy a Zach Edey jersey. Because I don't think it's going to happen. And I hope it doesn't happen.
Holy cow, I just got a text here, by the way. I'm sorry, your story is so good.
I am now going to have to buy a Zach Edey jersey, I guess.
Bro, you won't believe this. Did you know that you can gamble on the debate?
Yeah. I guess
How the hell can you gamble on a debate?
They have odds for everything, John.
You know what I mean? Even if I gambled on the debate, I don't think I would want to watch it.
I'm not watching it, I can tell you that.
No, I'm just saying, when you put money on a game,
you got to watch it.
You're going to be watching it.
Sure.
It's one thing that helps me do my job.
Unless you bet on, Lithuanian soccer. Latvia was what I bet on the other day. Latvia soccer.
And you didn't watch it?
I don't know where you can watch Latvian soccer.
What kind of inside information did you get on?
I have a soccer guy, and he said,
you got a soccer guy?
Yeah, I follow a guy on Twitter that gives soccer plays, and he said, bet this Latvian play. I said, okay, bet.
Damn, that's pretty cool. And I still had one more Hawk Tui girl thing. No. This is from sports. Did you know Hawk Tui has now officially made its way into MLB? Because did you watch Wednesday night? During the broadcast of the Braves-Cardinals game, the announcer actually said the now viral phrase online.
Yeah, how embarrassing.
Embarrassing. It was awesome. He said, as he was sitting there and went to spit, and then there was like a little grumble, you know what I'm saying? And then he talks, and then he said, and he went, Hawk Tui. Dude, this girl's gone so mainstream, it's not even funny. But I will tell you, I was at the half shell yesterday. At around 3 o'clock. No disrespect to my peeps at the half shell. I'm the youngest person in the bar.
There you go.
The youngest person. And I am...
old.
Yeah. But they're a little older, and they don't have much. They're not good with their phones. They're blind. They have the big screens. The ring, when one of their phone
where do you
rings,
go drink at, the elderly center?
Dude, it's the half shell.
Oh.
And yes, I'm the youngest person in the bar. So I yell to everybody when I walk in the bar, because it's kind of like a little cheers in the middle of the afternoon. Instead of like when I walk in, people are like, radio. So when they're like, yo, what up, radio? I went, Hawk Tui gonna spit on that thing.
And they were all like, what?
And they looked at me and thought I had smoked crack.
Good.
And I looked
You
at all
probably
of
did.
them, and I was like, bro, y'all don't know Hawk Tui girl. So I figured out how they all got on their phones, and guess what?
Show all of them.
All the now old people actually are now knowing about Hawk Tui girl gonna spit on that thing as well. So I'm doing my part for helping her. I think I should get just like small royalties from whatever she sells.
Right.
Did you see that Shohei Ohtani lost a bat yesterday?
I saw him run around first base, and he never dropped his bat, and then he dropped it after he touched first base.
Yeah, what was up with that?
What a moron.
Come on, Shohei. What, were you thinking about baseball in that moment, or did you maybe catch a glimpse of something beautiful in the stands? What was up with that?
Maybe.
Antonio Brown. Is this guy trying to do everything? Is he purposely trying to be a villain? Have you seen some of the things that he's now done?
No, I've not.
Dude, from homophobic slurs to racial slurs to furry slurs to going off on everybody. Has he ever thought, and for somebody who's been going off on a lot today about the Grizzlies and Zach Edey, it kind of feels hypocritical. But if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. You know, does that sound hypocritical?
Sometimes from you, yes.
Even though it's correct.
John, have you seen this 7'3", 17-year-old from China.
Wait, like 7'3",
7'3",
like 7 feet 3 inches.
3 inches basketball player from
How
China.
old?
17.
Man, he ain't 6.
She.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Are you? Wait, is she? Does she identify as a she, or is she really a she?
She is a she. I'm going to show you.
So she's a cis woman. Isn't that what we call real women now?
John, I don't know all that stuff. I'm going to show you. This is the image from the FIBA U18 Women's Asia Cup is going on right now. This is a picture from yesterday's game, the opening tip between China and Japan. I'm just going to show you this through the glass so you can see the height difference. Again, U18. But this is what it looks like.
Oh my, that looks. You know what that looks like? And I don't know if we're even allowed to term. Do we call the little people anymore?
You know what, John? I'm not going to get into all that. I don't know.
What is the correct? But have you ever? Okay,
look at this. Hold on. Look at this.
Do you know what Snow White? She hung out with 7 dwarfs. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
She looked giant next to the dwarfs.
Watch this.
That's what I'm looking at.
Watch this.
Oh my goodness.
They just throw it up there.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, 17 years old, and she's 7'3". It's insane.
Dude, if I was, you think Zach Edey, should we send him a video? Like, you think he's ever wanted to be able to look a girl in the eye?
Well, he could do it with her.
Damn, boy, we might have just found him his girl. Well, we're going to take a quick time out because we do have to figure out what we are going to bet on today. Dacus, you got any bets? Day baseball today,
but all the games
was
don't start till
terrible.
like 2:30.
Yeah, but in the early game this morning they had the Braves games already started, is it not?
No, I don't think so.
Man, I thought Chris Sale and the boys were going at 12:30.
No, I think that must have gotten postponed because when I saw it, it was like for this afternoon. I have it down as 3 o'clock.
Oh, damn.
The first game I have starting today is at
the Twins Diamondbacks.
2:40. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
Twins
okay.
Diamondbacks at 2:40.
You know what? I was so annoyed with the Zach Edey pick that I couldn't read the times next to the games this morning.
Okay, it's all right.
I was blinded by anger. But I'm going to be sweet the rest of the time because I'm going to tell you how to win some money so you can go shopping at Frontier Western Store. So join me on the other side. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Wash your house, wash your office building? Impossible! Not call Wilson's Pro Wash. Your house, fence, driveway, warehouse, store, hotel, even cars and trucks can all be squeaky clean and beautiful after pressure washing by Wilson's Pro Wash. Wilson's specializes in cleaning all hard surfaces, concrete, stone, brick, and mortar, even wood and vinyl siding. Then Wilson's can seal their surfaces so they stay looking brand new. Call Wilson's Pro Wash, 901-524-6799, or online at wilsonsprowash.com.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus in Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Buster's Butcher at 199 South Highland Street in Memphis. We're a full-service butcher shop offering a curated selection of quality meats, cheeses, prepared foods, and more. At Buster's, our skilled butchers are also experienced chefs. They'll be delighted to guide you on selecting, preparing, and cooking our fine selection of products. We're like nothing else you can find in Memphis. Learn more at bustersbutcher.com and come see why every cut counts at Buster's Butcher.
To shop at Genesis Times. Lowest interest rates on the money. 0 interest for 5 years with nothing down. The time is running out. Have until this Sunday to do this. How about a $6,000 GIA certified
Summer Sticker Sales Event that's going strong at Gossett Kia on the Pike. Are you ready to ride in your new Kia with 41 MPG Highway? We Gossett! 2024 Kia Forte LXS, $199 a month, $34.99 to a signing. How about 282 miles of EPA estimated range with new 2023 Kia EV6 Win, $249 a month. And 2024 Kia Telluride LX3, $57 a month, both $39.99 due at signing, all 24-month lease. And get peace of mind with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Call Bobby J. He's ready to put you in your new Kia today. Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, online, KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Rebates and incentives. Lease includes PF 695, 650 acquisition fee, EV6 P561 0964, MSRP 50,200, Telluride RG 510 849, MSRP 38305, Forte LXS RE 780 169, MSRP 21820. Plus finance through Hyundai. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 6/30/2024 with approved credit dealer stock only.
But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, and we got a little baseball today. We got a little day baseball today. You know, you remember Jordan Hicks, don't you?
Of course.
Really well, I bet.
Of course.
Don't you think the Cubs are going to remember him pretty well?
Of course.
Well, he's pitching today for the Giants against the Cubs, and the Giants held on to a 4-3 win late last night. The Cubs are only minus 115. I think the Cubs, who have only been able to basically put up, 4 runs in the last 2 games. Mm-hmm. I think today they absolutely lay the wood to Jordan Hicks.
Yeah, I like that.
I like the Cubs today. 2:45, so you got a little bit of time to chill and think about a few things. But I got something I think that's about to blow your mind.
Okay.
Do you know what the space station is? The ISS?
Of course.
The International Space Station that's been ever since Halloween of 2000. Halloween in 2000, that's when the first people jumped up on that junt.
Mm-hmm.
And 24 years straight, somebody's been living up there, hanging out in space, spanning the globe. You know what NASA's about to do, though?
What are they about to do?
They're about to bring it down, bro. They're going to wreck it in the ocean.
What?
Yep.
Why?
Man, dude, all good things must come to an end. NASA says they're planning for the demise of the the stupid laboratory.
Well said, John.
And they said that they're going to have it knocked down they're going to have the Elon Musk homie, SpaceX dude.
Uh-huh.
He's going to develop and build a deorbit vehicle to safely bring it down and splash it into the ocean. Feel bad for the fish, man. You're like chilling one day.
Poor fish.
And then all of a sudden this big ass space station lands on your head. They don't know what's going on. But yeah, man, can you believe they're bringing that junk down?
That is crazy.
All right, so what is more interesting, my bet or the fact that they're bringing it down?
Sorry, John, I think it's your bet.
By the way, there was also another thing that I thought was really awesome. And this makes me think that I'm about to leave here and go get a little bit of Tito's. Smartest people in the world are heavy drinkers, according to a study.
Is that right?
In fact, women with educational qualifications were 71% more likely to drink most days.
Wow.
Than those who did not have.
Well, how about that?
Degrees.
Alcoholics stand up.
Shout out.
That's right.
Now, I will say, though, after you win this Cubs day, since it's going to be 2:45, Cubs are going to play, you're going to have enough time to cash out, go online to Frontier Western Store, and just shop till you drop. When you feel good and look good, you play good. Well, if you feel good today, you might want to get some good threads so you look good, so therefore you play well in the field or at your office, and that's at 5880 Goodman Road down in Olive Branch. They make everybody in your family look good from head to toe, from your kids to your girl in the ladies' boutique to you. Head on down to Frontier Western Store or shop at frontierwesternstore.com. For Dacus, I'm Harden. Get out there and make the world a better place. See you on the flip side. Peace.
Rich powder coating for a beautiful finish every Coating specializes in automotive, ornamental, residential, and industrial coating. With 2 conveyor lines and the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South, Rick's can accommodate all of your powder coating needs. Locally owned and operated since 2002, Rick's Powder Coating will customize a beautiful finish just for you. Drop by or call to see how Rick's Powder Coating can bring color to your life. 901-367-2771 or rickspowdercoating.com.
It's time to ride during the Gossett Mitsubishi Motors Summer Sales Event. Check out 43 MPG Highway in a new 2024 Mitsubishi Mirage, $17,935 or $249 a month. Need extra room for your vacation? Let Gossett make it happen with 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander, $30,490 or $449 per month. And go for miles and miles with 420 total range in 2024 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, $599 a month. Plus peace of mind with Mitsubishi's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike and 24/7 at MemphisMitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
Military rebate, 500 royalty rebate. Mirage Outlander 84 months. Mirage RHO 10934. MSRP 18435. Outlander RZO 55981. MSRP 31490. PHEV RZO 35245. MSRP 48065. Includes 1095 acquisition fee. Sale price includes all rebates and incentives. Excludes processing fee of $695. Lease terms includes processing fee of $695. 15 cents per mile excess wear and tear. With approved credit, see dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
As you know, summer is right around the corner, and for most people, that means more activities, more golf, more biking, more of whatever you love to do. But if you're dealing with aches and pains, your more could become less. This is why I'm here to tell you about Relief Factor. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that helps fight pain naturally. For instance, I was sent Relief Factor to try, and I've been taking it every single day. I'll tell you what, I feel the difference every day. You see, instead of masking your pain, Relief Factor's formula is designed to help reduce or even eliminate it. It's 100% drug-free, and it's been a game changer for so many people. So, let's get after it this summer. Let's feel good. Let's do more of the things that we love to do. Don't let pain keep you down. Give Relief Factor a try and save on your first order. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Help fight pain naturally with Relief Factor. These products and statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Let's go! Let's get this! Let's go!
And now,
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations.
Including Kawhi Leonard. Celtics star Kristaps Porzingis has undergone successful surgery and is expected to return to play in 5 to 6 months, meaning he will miss the start of next season and will make his debut around December or January. The NBA draft continues today with round 2, and it all starts at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. In the NHL, the Edmonton Oilers have parted ways with Hall of Fame GM Ken Holland. Formula One driver Max Verstappen confirms that he will remain at Red Bull in 2025. And in tennis, Andy Murray, who just had spinal surgery on June 22nd, says he hopes to play at Wimbledon, which starts July 1st, and he confirmed that if he plays there and at the Paris Olympics, then he is likely to retire. I'm Monty Bolaños.
Previously on The Herd. I don't really worry about J.J. Redick. I worry about the Lakers' impatience and competence. Now, the good news for the Lakers, they have 3 nice pieces. So there are far worse situations in the NBA to inherit than what J.J. Redick is.
A new day in The Herd starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
You guys can laugh at me all you want.
This is The Herd.
Oh, yeah.
With Colin Cowherd.
I'm setting the tone.
This show on radio. This is The Herd. Broadcasting live from Los Angeles. With Colin out.
What?
Here's Jason